had to go get a hat, y'all. We had to go get a hat. We forgot the hat. And we can't have that. Great day, D. Great day. Miss Delenia, thank you so much for tapping in. Great day, y'all. That's refreshing. Ooh. It's going to be even better when the flavors start to come through. We need to put this away. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Great day, great day. You want these? Great day, great day. We have not used the voice yet, so it is still waking up. Waking up. We didn't put these other cards away, but we did run the tuning fork over self, which is here in the space. So we can do it again, just to give it another cleansing. Appreciation is here. I'm hearing that song, feeling so unappreciated. Y'all remember that song back in the day? Got me feeling so unappreciated. Who has been feeling unappreciated? Y'all, I can't even remember what the spirit said. I didn't catch all of that, but I know, maybe I feel off right now. I was picking up the energy of Mercury retrograde. Like, I don't know if there's something going on with communication, but Spirit said follow the path of least resistance. Follow the path of least resistance. Huh. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Kai. Hey, Latoya. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't even know how to respond to that. Thank you for your advice. I'm not, I'm open to all shades of wheat. I'll say that. I love chocolate pretty much in every variety. So whether it's milk chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate, doesn't matter. It's all about the spirit of a person. Um, but okay. But I have not, I will tell you that we talked about cooperative black economics on Facebook yesterday, and the hate that I got from white men was very disdaining. It was very distasteful. We got a lot of hate from black men too, right? And I was shocked, not really, because there's a lot of black men that are struggling with how they feel about black women. And the amount of nasty comments that I got, it was just insane. I was like, wow. Um, and what was shocking about the black men making such disdainful comments was, I'm talking about black economics, us coming together and using the power of the dollar, right? So it was wild. But you're right. Facebook is not that forum. It's just a lot of people that just, very ick. But I don't think that is like that with every, you know, Caucasian male. I don't feel like all of them feel like that about black women, or just have that nastiness in their spirit. And I don't feel like that nasty spirit is beholden onto one particular people. It's a thing about those who can have compassion. You know what I mean? So that would be the thing. Hey Dorothy, what's the flavor of the day? We have some dehydrated lemon slices that we made and some mint. So it's just lemon and mint, no sugar added, just for the flavor. So instead of having flavored water, like those ones from the store with the artificial shit, we just make our own, beloved. And I love these little tea bags. I don't know if you guys have ever saw them off of Amazon. They're like little individual loose leaf tea bags. So if you like loose leaf tea, but maybe it comes out of your diffuser or something like that, then these are a great way to do that. If you want to infuse your water with other stuff like rosemary or other herbs, because that's pretty tasty too, just to spice up the water so you can drink more of it, then yeah. Hey Isaiah, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. Uh, yeah. And I even tried to set the comments, y'all, were like, if you don't follow my content, if I'm not associated with your pages, stuff like that, because it's in professional mode that you wouldn't be able to comment. But when I tell you, still people found a way. They found a way. And when I said they had some nasty shit to say, I mean, some stuff is just like the same typical tropes. Because I'm a black female, they're going to put, certain images, that's it's like, dude, you can't be any more fucking creative than that. Y'all know yesterday I had on a pink crocheted beret. Somebody told me it was a bonnet and that it was ghetto. I was cracking up. I'm like, this dude can't tell a pink crocheted hat from a bonnet. So that just lets you know, like, where people mind is at. I think that my pink crocheted beret is very cute. I have a blue one, and I have one that is yellow, green, and black, and red, yellow, green, and black. So, what I did learn was like, and I was bothered, but not as bothered because being an influencer and speaking the truth that the spirit tells us to speak, what we're passionate about, people are gonna spread hate. They're not gonna always agree, right? They're not gonna be agree. They're not always gonna agree. Okay, hey Robbie, thank you so much. Yeah, they're hey Jamaica. Yeah, like that's what I said too. It looked nothing like a bonnet, and it was very cute. But people will find a way to be nasty. They will find a way to be nasty. I'm not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. The beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I think I'm super cute, right? But that doesn't mean that everybody on the planet will. But you don't have to be nasty. That's what I'm like. But being in this game, I heard you'll learn to either stay out the comments, right? And what I noticed was this too. So I saw another lady. She's a black woman, and she's a content creator, and she was talking about something similar to what we were talking about, not the same, but something similar. And yeah, thank you so much, Isaiah. I appreciate you. Thank you. But she was talking about something similar along the same lines, but it wasn't the same. And she was getting some of the same nasty tropes, and she's absolutely gorgeous woman. Um, but what I noticed that when some of the black men were talking about it, they weren't getting the same type of nasty tropes from other black men. And I was like, what is the paradox where, if me as a black woman bringing up some of the same things like black economics is important, like the power of your dollar and where you place it, a lot of, the ability to circulate that in our economy, right, and to do the things that we already know to do. it's been plenty of times that we had thriving communities and economies, and simply because there were campaigns against them. I mean, serious campaigns where your community was targeted by either military, police force, bombings, drowning out the communities. Where now, one of the famous ones is Lake Lanier, another one is Central Park. Those were thriving black economies. Everybody knows Tulsa, Oklahoma, everybody knows Black Wall Street. So it's not like we don't have the ability to create and develop an economical foothold. But have we become so downtrodden and or distracted and scattered where we're not utilizing, that economic force? And that's what the conversation was about. And sometimes it's thinking about where are you putting your dollar, not just in terms of businesses, but on certain days in the economy. So for us to feed into certain things was the question. And when our brothers was talking about that, they got a lot of love. But being a sister talking about that, and I mean like the hate. And I can get it from those who support systemic racism. But when it's coming from your own man, that kind of was like, wow, I almost wanted to DM this one brother personally and be like, bruh, what the fuck? But it's not worth it. Spirit said in this business, you just gotta toughen up. So, yeah. Toughen up, buttercup. That's what I heard. Yeah. Yeah. More haters means you doing your job. Good job. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate that. It was very sad, though. It was. It was like, maybe, is it my job to just piss people off? It could be. I don't know. Some of the stuff we do say be kind of controversial. We piss people off from a religious standpoint. Every institution, none of them are. All of that shit is on the menu. Fuck it. Every institution, all of that shit is on the menu. I feel like if it cannot stand up to scrutiny, if it cannot stand up to truth, then maybe, see, change. Change. I don't know if y'all can see that that's what it says, what it is. Don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need to do is that one next action. You can say to love, just show me the first next step and change me into one who can take it. What is the first next step? What is the next right thing to do? I'm getting the butterfly. It's giving learn how to fly. Navigate this world, taking flight is what it's given. You've already gone through the chrysalis. You've already gone through the transformation. Your wings have dried. You're taking flight, right? The flight for you is natural. It's innate. Your new body already knows what to do and to be unafraid to explore. Challenges. Challenges. The Spirit said to take the path of least resistance. So if y'all check out the description, the title is It All Comes Full Circle, Ashe, and follow the path of least resistance. Follow the path of least resistance. So for somebody, everything is going to come full circle. And the Spirit wants you to flow around the obstacles. Flow around the obstacles. Follow the path of least resistance. And again, there's a lot of butterflies on this challenge. Card is giving transformation. This companionship. Look, butterflies again, perfectionism. Nothing's going to be perfect. Aging, butterfly again. Getting older, getting mature. Growing through certain things. It's never too late to spread your wings. That's what I'm getting. Flow around the resistance. things a little bit different because, baby, when I tell you, when we get up out that bed, we got to go through a whole ritual to get this body ready to move, yo. We be like, shit. We got to get the ankles ready. We got to get the hips ready. Do that. We got to stretch out the shoulders and shit and hear shit crack. Be like, when did we have to start going through all of that? Shit changed. Life come at you fast. It come full circle. It comes full circle. My daughter, my oldest, is turning 30. Oh, when I tell you, she was talking about her skin changing and she had to change her makeup regimen and all of this shit. I'm like, girl, you better pick you up some collagen. Pick you up some collagen. We were talking about what I use on my face. Of course, hydration from the inside out, keeping it nice and plump, you know. But that collagen helps, yo. It does. It does. The right action. What is the right next step to take? Change. It says, just show me the first step and change me into one who could take it. It's a step for somebody to move forward. Change has already happened. Transformation is here. Spirit does not want you to get into perfectionism. Everything is perfect as it is. It's giving obstacles, the challenges, all of it. The lesson right now is to allow yourself to take the path of least resistance. Right? See, loss. Don't resist. We slept to the affirmations of releasing and receiving, and we woke up on the rising meditating about releasing. Releasing, releasing, releasing. The past 3 years, we have released so many things. Not just, it's been mostly people and relationships. You know, people change, they get older. You go through your metamorphosis, you are no longer the same person that you used to be. And for us, we lived away from our hometown for like almost 20 years, and we changed a lot. We are not the same person that we were when we were a youngster and we left. I think about that. I was 30. Yeah. I was 30 when we left. So you can do the math, whatever. But it's just like the change, like who I was and trying to figure out and still establish who I was becoming. Right. Wasn't the first time I had been away from home. I went to college away from home and then I came back and I was different. You know, still on some wobbly little fawn deer legs trying to grow up and figure out how to stand on my own shit. And when we moved to the Southwest, you talking about being away for nearly 20 years? We definitely came back different. And realizing how many things, how much was the same and how much had changed and what no longer meshed, right? What I could no longer do, right? My boundaries were different. My ethics and integrity, my values, my morality, a lot of it has shifted, but it was more on a stable foundation, like really rooted and grounded in who I am. Again, like whoever you are, I'm picking up that vibe, like that change, the butterfly. You've already gone through the caterpillar phase. You've already gone into the chrysalis. You've already went through the metamorphosis. You've already gone through the change, beloved. Right? You've gone through it. And And when you come out, it's like a woman being in her 40s and she get to that place where she in that fuck it season. Like, I done been through the shit. You know what I mean? Like, I understand who I am. I'm rooted. I'm grounded. You can't play on my mental. You can't tell me who I am. You can't get me to do shit that I'm not gonna fucking do. You know what I'm saying? It's given you take the path of least resistance, right? You flow around the challenges. If it's not prioritizing my peace, then I don't want to fucking do it. If it's disturbing my peace, if it will cost me my peace, I don't want to do it. I'm not gonna do it. Perfectionism is to make mistakes. It says permission to make mistakes. I don't know why we said it like that, but perfectionism, I guess, is a part of that is making mistakes. You can't be perfected without going through the purification process. But permission to make mistakes is freeing. It's the root of all creativity and change, with change being the first card out. Allow me, divine, to make as many mistakes as I need to. Free me from the prison of perfection. You don't gotta be perfect. You just don't. Challenges, unbearable situations throw you directly into God's arms if you are open. Please take over, divine, and guide me in the right direction. Guide the right actions. And I can't make this up, but hopefully y'all can see this. It says guide the right actions. You see how it says the right actions right there? Let me know if it's not clear. And what the card that they brought out, the other one, right actions. Please take this burden and show me your will. What is the will? It's a flow. It's a flow. I'm getting flow. Follow the path of least resistance. Flow around the obstacles. I'm seeing almost like I like roller skating, but I'm seeing somebody grooving on their skates. You know how you be in you just riding your skates, whatever. And some people fucking crash in front of you, and you just be like, whoop. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. They kind of gave us that vibe yesterday when we were coming back from the island and just driving around to see the water. And we told y'all we saw two almost accidents. But it was like, our ability to kind of either we were going slow enough where it moved out of our way, or we were right in a position to just be like shloop and just move out the way. It was, just like flow down type of energy, but it's flowing around the challenges, around the obstacles. You have changed. You could be a person that used to crash and get into the shit and be like, what the fuck, like find yourself in the drama and the chaos and conflict. But in this stage, it's even like, no, they can have that. Divine abundance is coming through. That's a challenge. You were born to align with love's will. Follow the Tao and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundant and not chase it. Tao, the Alpha Omega, Tao. Learn to follow the Alpha and the Omega and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundant, not chase it. You don't have to chase shit. You are already it, and you know it. That's what I'm getting. Like, you already know who you are. Like, when you know who you are, you don't continue to chase. Even if it's like, I don't know. It's just giving like you don't chase shit. I'm trying to get this together. Chase what? For what? You know how long, keep your health together. Do your stretching, your exercise. Stretch, drink your water, put some collagen in it. Take care of yourself. That way you can remain flexible. The way that your body moves is indicative to how old your body is. It's not just about years. Because your ass could be 80 doing some amazing shit. I'm just saying. Striving. Eventually, the individual's ego's drive to make things happen falls away. You see, you're not just trying to make shit happen. Right, that falls away. It's replaced with this relaxed, trusting openness to answers as they arise. Okay, you just let it flow. Past shit, fall away. Make a way for a new day. That's what I heard. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with the flow. Didn't they say that? They literally said, thank you for letting me move with the flow, because we were going to say, follow the path of least resistance, but they held our tongue and said, go with the flow, to flow. And we gave the example of just flowing around shit. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with the flow. Sacral, I'm picking up the orange. Sanctuary. I feel safe in your sanctuary. I feel like creating a sanctuary. Creating a sanctuary. A sanctuary resides inside of you no matter what's happening. And they actually gave us this too. This inner temple beckons you to enter. Because when we were tuning ourselves, we told y'all we were tuning ourselves. They had us tune from temple to temple. And we were thinking about what is in between these two temples, or what is inside the two sides of the temple. It was something about that. We was even feeling like a barometer, like somebody's energy was low. Like, I don't know if it's patience and needing to increase your patience or something like that. Hearing, clear audience, cleaning your ears. Somebody needs to listen, Linda. But it's given, and then they kind of gave us like this energy of full circle, and that's where we got the download that everything comes full circle. Oh my God. You said flex flame. No coincidences. Hey, Mary Campbell, thank you so much for tapping in. That's what I heard. Listen, Linda. It says this inner temple beckons you to enter. So it's giving into your mind and taking a look at what's going on in there. What's in the mind? What do you need to release? What do you need to clean up? What do you need to receive? It could be just like taking inventory, taking stock of your own mind. Some things you may need to let go of. You could be thinking and ruminating about losses, about the change, about the challenges, striving for things to be perfect when that's not the point. It's like, what is the point? To grow, to spread your wings, to receive answers, to receive knowledge and wisdom that's even coming through the challenges. It could be teaching you to let go. Feelings. Look at that. Feelings. You tend to feel a certain kind of way about what you think. Oh, no, you're right. Right? They did. They are some of the first playing cards ever invented. And the ability to connect with the card is a spiritual gift called cartography. That's why I laugh at some people who say that playing or using tarot cards is wrong, because that's what these playing cards are associated with. Same. You know. But the ability to see or to prophesy, to have vision, to feel, to be a medium, that's well before cards were even made. Well, then why are you coming back? This is literally like your second time here. I told you, isn't that so weird? If it doesn't help you, then it doesn't help you. But it doesn't mean that others who, when they hear the spirit tell them something and then they bring the card, it literally just happened in the reading, right? When they bring the card to say, yep, this is what I told Lati to tell you. She's a conduit bringing this message, and these cards are affirming what she said. Then people get use out of it. If you don't, then you might want to question yourself as to why you're spending time doing things that doesn't enrich you. Don't you think you should think about that? Or is your goal to convince other people to believe the way that you do? Thank you, Lee. I appreciate you for tapping in. Is it? I appreciate your comments, though. Thank you so much for enriching the conversation. The Most High God, the source of all things, created everything in creation. It could use whatever it wants to. No such thing. See? Self-sufficiency. And we literally were talking earlier about people who bring that type of hate and negativity and toughening up your skin against it, and how, that definitely will happen. You don't allow anybody to tell you who you are, or what you're supposed to be doing. Again, we have two cards that says that the Most High God tells you the right actions to take. So everything in synchronicity. This person, second time on the channel, loves to be here and to engage, but it's to bring that negativity because maybe that's what they feel enriches them. They seek to tell us who we are instead of being in places that enriches and helps them to define themselves, right? Your time would be better spent. But maybe through the experience, you will discover something else about yourself. I don't know. Truth. That's truth. Ace of Swords, truth. When everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Maybe that's your lesson. When to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear, right? When you do the talking, dear Lord, take me over and speak through me. We just said that Lati is a conduit onto the Most High God. They speak through us, and then they use the cards to tell you what they said was true. It only gives credence to the message. And any person that takes time to understand, to observe before they place judgment, they would see that. They would see that. You wouldn't have to prove it, right? A lot of people jump to conclusions without having all of the knowledge. They just don't, right? They come in with a predisposed disposition, assuming that they know what's happening, but you know what happens when you make those types of assumptions. You could be very wrong. You could be very wrong. I think I just told you that, but you're not listening, right? You're not silent. You're not listening. So, I don't know what to tell you. Didn't we say that? Yo, did we not say that? Where is it at in the comments? When didn't the spirit literally do this? See that I don't know if you were here, but you might not be putting two to two together because you just in your head about how you think about shit. Who was here when we really literally did this and tuned the ear chakras and we said, listen, Linda, listen. Did we not say that? Right? When you are able to be silent, you are able to hear. You are able to listen. I literally just said that. And instead of them listening to what I'm saying, they're typing a response before they can even hear it. Right? So when I said the Alpha and the Omega channels the message and they use the cards to say what they already channeled to you, not only did you hear it, but the card presents itself to show you that answers the question before they even asked it. But they weren't listening to hear it. So how did I know to say that to answer a question that you hadn't even asked me yet? Listen, Linda. Listen. Listen. You don't even listen. We said the Alpha and the Omega 17,000 times. We said the Tao, T-A-O, the A-O, T-A-O, the Alpha Omega, the beginning and the ending, the Creator, the Source that made all of creation. Everything in creation did it make. It would not matter if it made it in Europe, in Kemet, whether it was in Cambodia, whether it was in India, whatever is made on Earth, on Jupiter, on Saturn, in Andromeda, in the Pleiades, in anywhere in creation, everything was made by the same source, and that same source works in you and through you. So yes, you can commune with it. It will speak to you. It speaks to me. It tells us what to say. We are a conduit. We are a channeler. And they use the cards to show you what they already said to you. So if that wasn't clear and you are still hell bent on not getting it, how about you get this? Move on, beloved. Ain't nobody making you stay. We don't tell you to come in every day and click on this video. But it's obviously something that you like to see or like to hear because you're still here. As above, so below. Come on with this thing, yo. Doubt. Ye of so little faith. So full of doubt. Offering all divine, offering all to the divine doesn't mean negativity never arises. Of course negativity is going to rise. Didn't we talk about that from the beginning, y'all? Who was here? We talked about that negativity is going to arise. You could be saying the most positive thing in terms of collaboration and cooperation and all of that. But a person who's hell-bent on negativity, they're never going to see that. They're never going to receive that. It's just a challenge that you flow around, beloved. You can say, free me from this prison of doubt. I cast this burden to you. Show me your will and restore me to faith and confidence. Where is your faith? Didn't they say ye of so little faith before we even got down to the bottom of the card? Travel is coming through. Let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. I'll be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. It's giving guiding yourself around these obstacles. Being guided around the challenges. To flow around the shit. You could be getting ready to go somewhere. We have been picking up travel, not just vacation. Some people could be relocating. But it's giving like where you're going to in your next cycle. Where you're going to in your next cycle. And the ability to flow around things. And even see your tolerance. Because, baby, we started off good like this person. But it's a reason why Spirit didn't block them. We usually, y'all know, we be to kick their ass up out of here by now. But the Spirit uses all things. The Spirit uses all things. Yeah, you have a hateful spirit. You have a hateful spirit. I don't like it. I was trying to give you grace, bro. Sis, whatever you are. Whatever shade of wheat you are. That's, you're no better than any of those ones that come against us because we're a darker shade of wheat. I don't. Didn't we just talk Wheatfield? See, this is a great example. Where is beloved at? Where is beloved at? Where is beloved at? Her name was Latoya. I want to make sure I call your name right. I believe your name was Latoya. I don't know if you were still here. Didn't we talk about this? We did. We did. I think her name is Latoya, and she suggested that maybe it's a nice blue-eyed Caucasian male that I could date. And I said, I don't discriminate against any shade of wheat. Did we not say that? Yes, we did. We talked about that. I told you. See, and we actually talked about how some of our black brothers, right, who will have so much heat towards black women. We talked about this, bro. I wish you had came here early in the show. You'd have heard it. You'd have heard it. We had this conversation. So nothing is a coincidence. See, oh, you're a plant-based, so you're right, bro. We talked about all of this. We talked about all this, right? It's so oxymoronic, and it's actually prejudice and it's bigotry. But we don't subscribe to that. So either you can come in and be, nope, you're done. You're done. We gave you grace. You're out of here. We gave you grace. You're out of here. And you're out of there. Let's get me out of there. Look, we are not on that, okay? How you gonna tell me that I'm oxymoronic because I understand that creation itself is whole and complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. There's something that the Most High God has made everything, the source of creation itself. So how you gonna tell me that we cannot learn from each other or from every way that it presents itself? Every way that it presents itself gives me the opportunity for learning, for wisdom, for growth. That's like saying you don't eat fucking pizza, yo. I bet you and your black woman and you're the mother of your children. Congratulations to fucking you, right? High five. I bet y'all eat fucking pizza. I bet you eat Chinese food. I bet you just don't eat fucking Ethiopian, Nigerian, all just the food from the continent. I bet you don't do that. I bet you don't. I bet you don't. Show ass out of here. See creative blocks. Flow around the fucking challenges. Ain't that what we've been talking about? Flow around the challenges. Just saying. Impatience. Yeah, that was my tolerance level. I got impatient. That was it. That was it. We gave as much grace. After that, it was like, look, bro, if you are not trying to be kosher, to learn, you come in, it's judgmental. And I can't, y'all know how I am with judgmental people. And Spirit is working with us because being a content creator, being an influencer, you're going to get people who judge. They're going to judge without knowing shit. He probably ain't got half the books I got over there on this fucking shelf. But he want to come in and tell us who we are and why we're doing what we're doing and how we should and should not be doing it. Go mind your fuck business. They came in judgmental off the rip. First of all, the motherfucker called me fat. He said that I was obese the first time he came up in here. Obese where? Am I juicy? Yes. But bitch, obese? No. Okay? He tried to tell me what I eat. Am I plant-based? Am I vegan? Came in off the rip with assumptions. Then end up sticking around and actually contributing something cool to the content, to the conversation in the chat. But then you come right back the next day and you still on the same shit. Why are you here? It sounds like internal conflict. It's your fucking life. The hell? Right, look, I'm a little thick, but whatever. The fuck? I lost this whole damn man. Y'all saw the first one said impatience. This one says patience. Aren't we talking about how I lost my patience? They tell you and then they show you. If you listen, you will see. They said hardship. Ain't we talking about my body? My body. Shit, this is body. This body be bodying. Confidence. Yes, I understand exactly who the fuck I am. You can't come in here with that nonsense, that bullshit. Right, I know that I am more than a motherfucking enough, beloved. Being enough, more than enough. Can you get your hands around all of this shit? Probably not. That's why you keep coming back. Positivity. Solitude. You know what I'm saying? Once you embrace your inner divine and your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or without chasing. And that's exactly what we said. You don't feel the need to force shit. You don't feel the need to chase shit. You go with the flow. You flowing around these obstacles. You flowing around these challenges. If anything, what comes into you, you could turn that shit. You could flip it into opportunity. It always works for you. So thank you. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for proving the point today. You really brought that shit full circle, Ashe. That's the title. Check it. You really brought it full circle. You gave us a live example of exactly what we were talking about. No doubt. No doubt. Full circle energy. Exactly. Just said that last night. Just thank you, coach. Thank you, coach. Just said it yesterday, but they don't believe it. They don't believe it. Thank you for it. And I hope you enjoyed it for your enjoyment. Smith said they done. For your enjoyment. Anything else in this deck, they say no. Compassion. Lean into compassion. The Cancerian Oracle. You want this one? Courage to do the right thing, to know that you are worthy, right? And when you take the courageous steps to do what the spirit is telling you to do, or even what you're passionate at, a lot of people can come against you. In this day and age, internet presence is so heavy, right? I don't know how you really make it without having an internet presence, whether it's business, first of all, searching for a job, it's all on the internet. Everything is online. You don't go into anywhere and fill out an application anywhere anymore. That shit is dead and gone, right? Paper society is pretty much out of there. So definitely something with throat chakra. So you must have an internet presence, whether it's a LinkedIn page, if you are still working, if you are promoting business, marketing, all of that stuff is online. Your website, your presence, and you are going to get people who are going to do exactly what this person was doing. And how you handle it, your temperance, your tolerance, is giving it like, oh, you need a I told y'all. And oh shit. When we were doing the tuning fork, what do we say? We said from temple to temple, and we were getting a barometer, and they told us the word patience. Who is here? Who remembers that? They showed y'all. They illustrated that. And then they brought the card out, patience, to show you. First, they brought out impatience, meaning that the patience is low. And then it's given patience to build up your patience. I don't know if anybody caught that, right? So it is a thing with being able to listen, to pay attention, right? Like the subtlety of things. The spirit could be speaking to somebody in a very subtle tone, but if you are not paying attention, you may not be able to put the pieces together, because they definitely illustrated it without cards, and then they brought the card to verify it. So that's what this is. This is not your average tarot shit. It's just not. How did we get into it? By these makeshift cards, right? Makeshift, making our own. And look, what's on here? Dehydrated. So, drinking your water. fortifying your water. Put some shit in it. If you don't like drinking water, this is a fun way to do it. Didn't we talk about that? So what's so the deck we pick up says this, and I'm gonna show y'all the thing. I'm gonna just lean over and grab it because this is how it's facing. So can I see what's on the back of here? No. The deck that they picked up like this, turn it around and it says something that we already talked about. They could have chose whichever one they wanted to choose. We use cards to show you. Some people believe it, some people don't. Some people are always going to doubt. Right? But do you have the ability to know that what you're doing, one, you're worth it, you're more than enough, to have the courage and as given a stamina to see it through, to take the next right actions, and have the patience with the people or just the industry, the environment, and all the shit you will encounter, all the shit that people are going to throw at you. They're going to throw a lot of shit at you. They're going to throw all kinds of shit. And that's why they were telling us, stay your ass out the comments. But on here, we enjoy being in the comments. We do. We enjoy interacting with all of you. When in some certain arenas, we cannot be in the comments because people just say some nasty shit. And that if your skin, your breastplate, like is not tough, you not guarded, then it could penetrate and hit your heart. Thank you, beloved. See, now the infusion is taking place. We can taste the mint. We can taste the lemon. It's super good. And if you don't like drinking water, that could be a great way. We talked about those little loose leaf tea bags, Nikki Rose. So if you like to put other stuff in the water, whether we talked about rosemary, yeah, it is. It's all focused on self-control. And I'm getting to see not only where your limits at, right? Because we were very patient up to a certain point, and it was like, no, 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 no. Got to go. Got to go. Before we felt ourselves getting heated, rising up, that passion coming out, it's like, okay. See, you hate water, Tammy, and that's a great way to flavor it with some natural shit so that you can enjoy it. Enjoyment. Because it's definitely doing its thing now. Go with the flow. What did they say? To flow around this shit. Flow around this shit. Flow on. Free yourself from the burdens of perfectionism. Don't let yourself be tied up in that. No. You are worth it. And for somebody, I guess we can look. Because every time this is the second time we done seen companionship. And they keep telling us, you might not either not be interested in companionship, or you could be losing connections. Like knowing who you could flow with and who you can't. It's taking a path of least resistance. So if somebody keep coming at you with that attitude that they only want to be right and shit, it's like, no. Freeing yourself from that. Freedom. You want this too? Limitless. You are limitless. See yourself open to receive them in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. Who is here? They don't believe that cards can restate what the divine already said to them. You just gotta listen. See yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. Did we not say that to that brother Ashe? Who was here? We said the source of all things could use whatever it want to because it made all things. In creation did it make. Didn't matter whether the shit was in fucking in Europe, whether the shit was in fucking Cambodia, India, fucking Asia, Russia. It doesn't matter. If it's in the bottom of the motherfucking ocean. The volcanoes and shit, they use every fucking thing. It's they shit. How you gonna tell them what they could use and what they can't use and how they can't use it? The hell? We literally said that. They didn't bring the card to tell you that, yeah, what they told us to tell you was true. That's how the shit go. Tears and Wheat Tarot show. Alpha Omega. Let these cards speak. Alright then. And they said ease. Ease. Flow around and shit. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. Flowing around these challenges. Shloop. Just flow. Just glide around that shit. Like you on a skate and flow and you just glide and you riding your skates. Somebody trip and fall and bust their shit. You lift your skate up. Ooh, one leg on them. And just keep on fucking going. It's giving that. It's giving that. True offering. Offer that shit to the Most High God. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and return it to love. Free and look, not the hands is free. Free. Offering up to the Most High God. I take it and I offer it right on back. So whatever the fuck they going through, I return all of your energy and your shit right back to you. Thank you. Thank you for playing. You are worth it. Have the day you deserve, beloved. You have been worthy to belong to love all along without the need to improve. In fact, your love itself. You are love. And I'm seeing your auric field. Your auric field. And look at all the butterflies around for transformation. Yeah, see, the of so little faith. Those who don't believe. It's whatever. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I can imagine. Anything I can imagine. But how can you get it if you don't believe? You believe that, even for those who believe that one person or a group of people is more deserving than another, you're still perpetuating the same shit. And that's what we were saying, brother, beloved. It's still perpetuating the same shit. Don't hate begets more hate. Prejudice and bigotry only begets more prejudice and more bigotry. The fact that he said he was a product of enslaved people let me know where his mind was at, because my ancestral line does not start with enslaved people. And what does that mean? Because I don't know any group of people on the face of the earth that hasn't faced slavery or some sort of indentured servitude. Now, chattel slavery in the Americas was different because it was the only time that you were born into slavery and slavery was inherited. That's the difference. What they did to us was atrocious, but outside of that, the institution of chattel slavery meant that you inherited slavery. Your children did not have an opportunity to be born free. They were born a slave. They were born property, right? So that was very different. It's not the same as indentured servitude or the way that slavery had always existed. But your lineage, your bloodline does not simply come from enslaved individuals. We talked about the Moorish kingdoms. We talked about, how black people were indigenous to the Americas. It says something about their worthiness. Sacrifice. Sometimes surrendering is painful. God is cutting away all that needs to go. All of the illusions, the obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. Can you cut away those illusions? Illusions that we are so different simply because of geographic location? No. Hurt and harm is hurt and harm. Plenty of people have suffered at the hands of those who seek to control power, who control. Right? Wrong is wrong and right is right. I mean, judgment, I'm just saying that in a kind of way. But it's not okay to take any person as property, to enslave them, captives. It's all products of war. And war seeks to increase power. It's not allowing people to exist as they are. in their culture, in their heritage, to commune and to connect authentically. We all have a right to our own personal journey, doing no harm unto others, to have compassion. And we definitely see behind that, say calmness. Stay calm. Have faith. Faith. Anything else in here? Spirit say no. Love. They just said that. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love, yo. It's a sacrifice to love. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love itself. Only love. That frees you. They told me to press the button. Thank you. The ability to love, to have compassion for one another. Positivity. If you can find even one thing to be grateful for, it will restore you to the light. Please, dear God, let me always feel gratitude for something, even a tiny thing, in the hardest situation. So even though that was a pretty tough conversation, not really, but it was what it was. The ones yesterday were tough, but we were able to get something good out of it. The positivity was, of course, the realization that you just got to toughen up, because people are going to say what they're going to say. The Alpha and Omega has told you to say certain things, then you will say them, because that's what we are called to do. And everybody is not going to receive what you're saying. They're not. Because of what you're saying, they will persecute you. But there's others that have that example in faith-based systems. They didn't necessarily think that they should be doing what they were doing and how they were doing it and how they were saying it. So they faced persecution. And a lot of times it came from their own community. Their own community. That's a lesson. However you want to slice it. This. 4 cups. So don't feel like any kind of way. Some people are going to receive it and some people are they just won't. So flow around the resistance. Flow around the resistance. Some people are just going to be resistant. They don't want it. You could be coming from the most loving and giving and compassionate place. I mean, balanced and all of this shit. And some people just not going to want to receive it. King of Cups is the king of compassion. You know what I mean? Like, you are in that. But, you want this one? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, Earth energy. Could be Earth Angel, but I don't know. Yeah, you tried to pour into somebody that did not want to receive it. This person could have portrayed themselves to be very emotional, or you could be the person that feel like it's I don't know. They're giving me a bad vibe. This is that fucking King of Cups again. It's giving me a bad vibe on this person. Like they did not want to receive. Tower moment. Knight of Swords. You know, a person that doesn't listen. They do too much fucking talking. Right. The way he got his damn hand out and she holding on to her coin, you might have pulled your energy back. I don't know if y'all can see how, yeah, giving and receiving, right? You listen, and look, it goes both ways. Listen and look. Listen, Linda, listen. Message. Somebody try to tell you something. Yeah, look, to work together, to collaborate. 3 of Pentacles. Cooperative economics. You give, I give, we both get. Shit. It's easy. I give, you give, we both get. The shit is balanced. Let's work together. 3 Pentacles and 6 Pentacles is 9 Pentacles. Everybody doing good. We can all take care of ourselves. For the sake of the family, but there's definitely something going on in the community. This is a fire horse with the Knight of Wands. Walking away. Instead of working together and collaborating, you don't get a ass what the fuck they want. Somebody will walk away. Get looked. I told you they wanted you to give them something. It's lost here. And you could definitely be a person that's like, I'd rather just flow around the obstacles. I'm on easy shit. I'm if it's way too fucking hard, you are hell bent on resistance. Even when somebody offering you some shit, if you it ain't what you think you want, they don't want the fucking cup, yo. They don't want love. They want money. The cup right here is a cup of compassion, love, forgiveness, mercy. They don't want that shit. You see how they got their hand out? They got how they feel. They feel how they feel, and they're holding on to their own cup. But they got their hand out for something else. What they got their hand out for? This. What's in your lap right here? This. Take it where your time, your energy, your money. Definitely getting heavy on the money. Why? Because of this. It's always about money. They didn't want the love. They didn't want the compassion. They wanted your fucking money. And that's what I was getting, like you being in a place of your life, like, I don't give a fuck. I understand who I am. I'm not doing that shit. I feel. Is this right? Which one? This one. I can't make it up. Nine of Pentacles. They want your money. Nine Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles is 10 Pentacles with the fucking, she holding her own pentacle, her seed, that's 11 fucking Pentacles. Everything is just right. Justice, just right. Hey, Queen Bee, thank you so much for tapping in. Everything is just right. You good. You focus on your shit, loyal to your soil, you gonna be great, beloved. It ain't got, look, these lies and deceit and fuckery. Who on the bullshit trying to steal your money, trying to steal your energy, trying to steal your time just to get to your fucking money. Look, Magician, and they threw it in reverse. We had to catch it. I don't know what this shit or... It's some fuckery around money. And it's definitely something, I don't know if you are saying something, like really needing to understand that you are limitless, you are abundant, like your money, your prosperity comes into you with ease and grace, like you can expect miracles, you know what I'm saying, when it comes in. So don't do things that are manifesting against you. Somebody could be working against your money. I can't make it up. Five of Swords. Stab your ass in the back. Win at all costs type of motherfucking energy. Somebody could be working against you, lies and deceit for your money. This is either Temperance Angel, where you are protected, right? I do feel protection. Okay, yeah, somebody just selfish. They got what they got. They think they got what they want, and they just want, look, it's all about me, 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 me. Truth. Facts. King of Swords. Cutting away the loss. It could be divine intelligence coming through. It could be, look, again, here's that Eight of Swords. This is coming to free you. Freedom. Coming to free you. Whatever the fuck is trying to tie you up. Whatever is trying to hold you up. But I'm getting you being able to flow around these obstacles. Remember we kept saying companionship kept showing up. And they kept going, right? They kept doing that, this companionship. Whatever this relationship is, we said that it's a connection that was being lost. So let the spirit, if you could stick around and hear what they say, they'll show you what they said. Right? Two of Pentacles. Swip swap shit. Somebody trying to leave you in a fucked up position. Swip swap shit. Somebody trying to leave you in a fucked up position. Ten of Swords. Like that harsh ending. Betrayal. Somebody not over this betrayal. I don't know if you feel like it's over or they don't know. Something has ended. Something has ended. Yeah, strength. Strength and perseverance. That's that courage. You may have been out there. It was definitely a battle. Challenges. But how did you flow through these challenges? How did you flow through the challenges? Through the loss, through the bullshit, staying focused, maybe, because 5 pentacles in this page of pentacles is 6 pentacles, you're gonna get your shit. It's all about how did you move through it. Some people get envious and jealous, like, again, all the challenges that people go through. You could easily have that same fucking mindset. We could lean into, instead of it being racist, then you are fucking prejudiced. You a bigot. You know what I'm saying? It's still the same shit. But when you could deal with that racism and still have a heart of compassion, that's different. That's different. I'm not saying that you don't do what you need to do. It's definitely a battle. But look, see now, King of fucking Pentacles, you mastered your fucking energy. It mattered how you flowed through this shit. It mattered how you flowed through. Now I feel like for somebody, the world is open to you. Travel. If you have not seen this shit, it's coming. If a son, if you have not seen it yet, if you are not enlightened to it yet, it's coming. Justice. I can't make it up. Justice. It is what it is. And it's all how you fucking came through. How you stayed focused. How you planted your seeds. How you used your time. How you expended your energy. Justice. I look. We can't even say nothing. They cut our. They look. Inner acceptance. You accept you. Can't nobody tell you who you are. Receiving self-love. Victory. And you might not even see it because 8 and 2 is 10 and 8 more is 18. That's the moon energy. It's like a hidden victory. It's like a victory that you, I don't know if you have to accept it like subconsciously, like put that shit in your head, like I won for real, like meditate on winning until you reprogram your subconscious to accept the fact that you are always winning. You can flow around these challenges, these obstacles, and just keep on going. You know, like it's easy. The quickest way to find acceptance in your life is to first gift it to yourself. To gift it to yourself. Your angels notice that you need to work on positive self-talk, see, and self-care. What are you saying to you? That's what we were saying. Like your manifestations, right? You want to flip your self-talk, your thoughts, right? How you could flow through this shit. You take the path of least resistance. Water always flows through the path of least resistance. It's going to find the pathway that allows it to navigate through. So when you are flowing, that's what the spirit is saying. Find the pathway of least resistance. Yeah. So that you can just flow. Flow with it. Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. And y'all saw, because remember we said the next card under this compassion card is calmness. It's calmness. That's how you know. Make it the Most High God's. Like everything belongs unto the Most High God. Release the idea of mine. As soon as you start to say, is instead of saying my money, my shit, say the money, the relationship, the job, freedom arise. Freedom comes. Right? When there is no grasping for the right actions, I'm reading this card. When there's no grasping for the right actions, right? When there is no grasping, when you try to hold on, the right actions can come to you. Free yourself from the prison of mind. Free yourself from the prison of mind. Because the truth is, for somebody, you may think that it need to be perfect, or my shit is perfect. I don't know. But perfection itself is a trap, because nothing's perfect, Joe. Nothing's perfect. It's expressing itself in every variety. The universe, the Most High God, the source of everything, of creation, express itself in every single way possible. Everything you see in creation is an expression of it, period. And everything that's in creation would not be defined by some sort of textual concept or technically as perfect. It would not be, right? But is it? Because how do you define perfect? Maybe the mistake was perfect, right? A person that was born with some sort of genetic defect, whether it's Down syndrome, they are perfect exactly as they were created. If you were born with one arm or no arms, like just from the elbow down, right? Are you imperfect? No, you're perfect exactly the way that you were made. It's the ability to accept imperfections and perfection at the same time. To have compassion. As you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born, drawing new people and experiences. Dear Lord, help me feel ever deepening self acceptance. This card, then we've been said this compassion card has been out. You talking about ever deepening self acceptance? May I see myself as you see me, right? And then here they reaffirm it with the 483, inner acceptance. Sit in meditation right now with your hands over your heart chakra. Repeat this mantra a few times until it begins to sink in. I receive love. I receive, I receive, I receive. And this ease card says that. It's easy for me to receive. 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 What is not easy for people to do is to accept what they are receiving. Because if you are getting something that appears to be a problem, a challenge, an obstacle, then you don't want to accept that, yo. You don't. It's a lot of people that be like, I don't believe this. How many people make that statement? I don't believe this. I can't believe this. Yes, you can. You automatically lied to yourself when you said that. Are you telling yourself the truth at all the time? All times, no. Because you automatically say it. It's a part of the language. It's a part of that subconscious programming, that moon energy, right? But when you can sit in the energy of I accept this and this too is working for my good, no matter what it is, then you become limitless. You open yourself up to limitless possibilities because anything and everything can happen. Any and everything can happen. But if you only accept the things that feel good to you, then you don't understand how those other things could be working for you. How you can change that energy. You can use those things too. They too are useful. So the same way they gave us that real life example of that brother who just was hell bent on being resistant, like they did not want to listen, they didn't want to hear. It was good for content. All the negativity we got for saying that we should collaborate and understand the power of black economics, we just took the comment, we wrote something and was like, it's mighty funny. Like I expected it from a certain group of people, but what I was getting from the brothers was something different. Like, and then I'm seeing other brothers having the same conversation and they're not getting the flack. So what is the question? Is it different because I'm a woman and you feel like I shouldn't be saying that? It's the same message. Why does it matter which vessel it's coming from? If it's a man, you would accept it, but if it's a woman, then you wouldn't. What if the messenger was really a woman and she had to be hidden behind a man because men wouldn't accept what a woman had to say in that day? We just gonna let that sit for a second. Why do you say that, Lati? Because if you believe in parthenogenesis, that a virgin impregnated by an angel could have a child, then the child she would have would be a girl. It wouldn't be a man. It would be after her own image. So who would respect a voice of a woman at that time? Maybe that's the reason why they buried divine feminine energy. Why is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost? But if we're made in their image, above, so below, then if I have a mother and a father, then it has to be a mother and a father spirit. I could not be made female in their image without a feminine image in the spirit. So why is the divine feminine a ghost? Because people don't respect the voice of a woman. It's still the same thing happening then as it's happening now. So what if God was a woman? People checked out on that shit. God can't be a woman. Why not? She births everything else. Why would she not birth creation? She's the life bringer. She's the life giver. Everything on Gaia is feminine. Mother Earth. Why not mother of creation? Is that such a stretch? I don't think so. 817, yeah, we very passionate about that. Follow your interests. What are you supposed to do? 8816 tower moment. Oh shit. They'll be coming for you. Creative flow, new timeline energy. Face your fear and follow your passion. 777. Face your fear. Trust the divine. What is it saying to you? That a lot of people are oxymoronic and they cannot accept the truth. They can't face the truth. And look, I'm going to just move this over because y'all can see I just picked up the deck. What is this shit? That's that card. Companionship. Some people just cannot respect the voice of a woman. They don't care what you coming with. We see receiving and right now and true offering is back right here. So how have you ever been in a relationship? And this would most likely apply to women because, just byproduct. Masculines you could take it to because there's a lot of emasculating women who are in that very toxic masculine energy and they don't respect anything that you got to say. So it could go both ways. But have you ever been in a relationship with a person who did not respect anything that you had to say simply because you were a woman? Y'all fucking put a one in the comments. That shit gonna blow the fuck up because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have experienced that. Your voice isn't heard, it isn't respected in connection with a person simply because you're the wife, you're the girl, you're the spouse, you're the feminine aspect in a relationship, and they consider you to be lesser than, to be weaker, or to not be saying anything. It's a lot of men that feel like women are just unintelligent, like we naturally lack intelligence. We are the weaker species. It's like we are physically is do I have the same muscle mass? No. That's a given. But your muscle mass doesn't say that you're necessarily stronger. It just depends on how you define strength. Dudes can't take cramp pains, let alone labor. You talking about push out a fucking baby, carry that weight, to be able to be so flexible where you can carry life and to bring it, to nourish it, to nurture it, to manage. They don't even understand what that shit look like. You watch them videos of the person putting on that fucking cramp machine on the man, that bitch be on one. They be trying to take, you can't handle a headache. What strength are you talking about? Emotional strength? I don't have this, I can't even get it out. It's just giving nonsensical. It's very nonsensical. Right. Get a paper cut. Right. I went to a masseuse and she was saying that most men who have a lot of muscles cannot take deep tissue massages because the muscle tendons are so tight. They are very, very sensitive. Right. And men deny their emotional state, right? They are very emotional. Now, their ability to express what they're feeling in a healthy way, right? That's a thing. Oftentimes it comes out as anger and frustration and lashing out instead of communicating. And you cannot be a communicator when you only have one way communications. That's not a conversation. It's not a conversation to speak and not listen. Listen, Linda. Didn't we say that shit? Listen, Larry. I don't know your name, but listening is important. Yeah. I don't know if they were taught to or not taught to, if they just felt like nobody listened to them, so now they quit listening and then just want to, but whatever it is, you need therapy for that shit. Like, you can develop communication skills the way that you can develop any other skill. You can develop emotional intelligence. You can do that shit. Like, it's courses and people who teach it, and you can learn it. You're aging. You're not too old to learn new shit. You just got to be open to it. And if they was taught by a woman, then go relearn it. When you find out that shit is maladapted, then go relearn some new shit. You're still responsible for your own healing. If you choose to sit and be toxic, then you spread that toxic shit to other people and your life is also affected. So, are you doing well? Because there's a lot of bros out here that's just not doing good. They're not. And they be like, well, people don't understand our plight. We do. I got compassion for you. I do. I love you. I love... Yes, exactly. Duh. Accountable. So don't blame it on the fact that you wasn't taught by a woman. Right? Don't blame it. Is that your narrative? Duh. Accountability. I went through that, but respectfully, right? I got therapy and I learned communication skills and I was able to touch and base with my emotions and become emotionally intelligent, and I'm able to communicate what I'm feeling in a very productive way. I'm able to listen to my partner so that I can understand their needs, and we are able to collaborate and work together and compromise to meet in the middle. Exactly. That's exactly what I just said. Every person is accountable for their own healing. Don't take it one way. You're not listening, because we started with that, Ashe. We said you could be a man that was dealing with an emasculating woman, or you could be a woman that was dealing with a man that was diminishing your worth and not listening to you simply because you're a woman. You're not listening. That's a part of communication, sir. And I love you. I do. I'm very passionate about this. Is why I'm saying it to you. Fulfillment. If you want fulfillment, you got to go get that shit yourself. Visualize what's next. I appreciate you for listening. Yes. That's the thing. A lot of people don't want to listen. What's coming next? The cycle you've been carrying out is reaching fulfillment. You are at the finish line of your goals. It's time to start leveling up, to visualize some new ones. What can you do to tie up loose ends? One is perpetuate healing. Healing. Healing from whatever it was that happened in that past cycle. You might need to let go of some shit. You might need to touch base with the spirit and have them show you what is the next step. What is the next step? I release the need to buck up against challenges. I recognize that I need to be a little bit more patient. I recognize that I need to lean into calmness. Consciousness, be consciously aware of my reactions. We got that. To be more calm, to be more compassionate, more understanding. We talked about impatience. The shit came out on the table. It is. It's here. Patience. Maybe you need to work on patience. We'll take that. Every situation has been showing us where our barometer is. And I'm not upset with you at all, beloved. I'm not. Yeah. I love you. Thank you so much for being here, Deshaun Smith. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I do. I do. Everything deepens the conversation. It all does. Right? It does. And again, we talked about this word, patience. Impatience came out and the impatience came out. What happens when your voice is diminished? When a person doesn't respect it simply because you're saying what you're saying, they don't want to, they feel how they feel, and they don't want shit else. They want your time, they want your energy, they want your money. And that's what's on the table. We see you flowing through the law, standing in your strength, right? Moving forward, releasing the drama, but it's given a struggle. Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands. And how you come out this struggle is, you know, I do see releasing a relationship, but it's also balancing your energy. Balancing your energy. Somebody may need to accept the softer side of them, right? Right, and somebody may need to pull up that authoritative spirit to balance both of them out. Your divine feminine, your divine masculine energy, you have both. Because even still in this day, if God was a woman, they would not listen to her, as I say. They would not. You would elect a demonic ass king before you listen to a woman. We saw that shit. No need to apologize, beloved. If anything, I appreciate you. I thank you for the exchange. But I feel strongly about that for everybody. We are required to do our own healing. No matter what happened in the past or how you were taught, when you start to navigate through life and you find out or you start to see that these maladaptive behaviors are costing you connections and relationships, it's costing you time, and even for a lot of people, money. You can't get your coin. You can't keep relationships. You can't keep your network, your connections. Like, you are not fulfilled in life, and it's all because of your spirit, and it's giving selfishness. Like, you don't want to listen to nothing or nobody else. Then you are faced with a crossroads to either deal with yourself, right? To heal self and move forward, or you will choose to continue to receive the same thing, which is already deteriorating your life. You could end up in that place where you just like this. You see how this person is like, my feelings are my feelings. These are my emotions, and I'm stuck to them, and it's just, And they will do anything to win. Look, this is 5 swords, 7 swords. That's 12 swords. This person needs to see something different. And it could be their mindset. Swords are mindset. It's all about what you say to yourself. It's all about how you think. But their thoughts and their strategy and how they operate in life, winning at all costs, lies and deceit and betrayal because of their own emotions, could cost them everything. Cost them everything. And whatever it has cost them, it's not even over yet with the Ten of Swords, or they don't know it. It's not even over with. Or they don't know that it's over. One of the two. And yeah. And whoever this message is for, it definitely could have cost them you. Because what they had their hand extended out for is what you could give them in terms of materialism. They were looking at this material. They didn't want the cup because they had their own cups. They had their own emotions. They felt how they felt, and they didn't want any emotion. And look how you're looking at your seed. Like, this is my decree. This is my opportunity. This is my destiny. And you're looking at it like, damn. What happens when you take a risk and you give your shit to somebody else who did not earn it, who doesn't respect you, or none of that shit? You end up at a loss. you end up feeling trapped, going through the drama and shit. You end up feeling stuck. But it matters how you navigate this. It matters how you navigate that. Are you able to take the right actions? Are you able to keep your mind clear? Because if you are, you can grow that shit back. Nine of Pentacles, you're able to grow that back. So instead of being a Queen of Pentacles, now you're the King. You have mastered your energy. You know what to give into and what not to. You probably have developed a lot of strength from that connection. You could be strong in your spirit and be balanced in yourself. And when you become balanced in you, can't nobody tell you who you are. Nobody can tell you who you are. So if you are, yeah, look, they telling me your enlightenment, joy, bliss, happiness, the world in front of you, you can manifest whatever you want to, beloved. Like, what is your plans? What are you looking at? Where do you want to go? It's giving travel, because travel is down here. Where do you want to go? Step out. And the 2 wands and the magician wand is 3 wands. You could manifest the pathway. You open it up. You have mastered using all of your tools. The one thing that you may needed to master was who to give your cup to and how to expend your energy. Because we did see heavy on the cups and heavy on the pentacle. Now the other person that you are connected to in that relationship, they may need to master the sword and their cup. And I'm getting the pentacle too. They may have some sort of distorted desire. Like, what do they want? What are they trying to get from people? But the Most High God will balance that shit out. Justice with the 6 of Pentacles. Like we told that person that was here, I pray that you have the day you deserve. Right? You know? I always usually wish, have a great day, have a great day, have a great day. But I don't know if that's what you're supposed to get. I don't know. I wish it because I'm compassionate. Right? But justice will prevail. You will end up having the day that you need to have, Ashe. And can you be okay with whatever comes your way? Again, that's what we were talking about, that ability to receive all things. I receive, I receive, I receive, and it's given with ease and grace. Everything that you get ain't gonna feel good, beloved. It's just not. But if you sit in that energy of disbelief, like, I can't believe this is what is happening, then you block out half of your fucking blessings. Is it a blessing that it happened? Yes. Yes. Can you accept it? No. 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 Because we think that it's only supposed to be one way. When it's that positive energy and everything is going well, it's easy to be like, oh, everything, life is great. See that receiving, right? Everything is great. But when it's not going the way that you think it should go, it'd be like, oh no, oh no. That's got to be the devil. It's 2 sides to a thing. Source made the Satan, as they say, the devil, the same way that they made what they call the Savior. So Satan and Savior, both made by the same source. Both made by the same source. All of it. We see striving and patience. If you are striving for something, be patient. Patient striving. Strive with patience. They displayed that, didn't they? Today. What up, Kane Koopa? Thank you so much. What up, Dadai? I appreciate you. Striving, coming back through. And make it God's is coming back through in money. We were talking about cash. And here's that word we said. They showed us impatience and patience. So, yeah, if you are struggling with impatience, because they said patient striving. So if you are struggling with impatience, this message could definitely be for you. Enjoyment, health, and solitude. Somebody may need to kind of really enjoy your solitude, like enjoy doing what's good for you, understanding, what's good for you is good for you. Solitude, like you can't tell other people what's good for them, how to be them, what the Most High God is telling them. I'm getting a vibe on that shit. money and make it God's. Your abundance doesn't belong to you. It does, but it doesn't. The Most High God is gifting it onto itself as you, right? And so when you start to say the job, the money, the this, instead of saying mine, you can take some of the weight off of your shoulders. One manifestation trick we use, and it helps us to calm our mind down so you can take it how it moves you, right? Um, Bills come in, Most High God, you got mail. But when the check come in, Most High God, you got mail. I offer all things because none of it belongs onto us. None of it. We are not onto us. We onto that which made us, that sent us, called us to be. The infinite intelligence breathing because the word lives, we just saying. They said it don't belong to you. All my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs. It knows my needs. I give it the mail. It knows it's coming. I give it the mail. Right? I needn't cling to gain or fear to lose. You don't need to cling on to the gain, to the winning, and you don't need to cling on to the fear to the losing. Right? Every need will be met through offering all things to the divine. Enjoyment, and we do see this striving. Eventually, the individual's ego's drive to make things happen falls away. It is replaced with a relaxed, trusting openness to the answers as they arise. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with the flow. And they showed us the flow, the ability to move with the flow. Money in, money out. It comes and it goes. It does. Everything belongs onto the source. It created all of it. It can use whatever it wants to, however it wants to use it. It does. This one. Yeah, ambition is here. And positivity. Stay positivity. Stay positivity. Why you won't let me say that? That's not what you want to say. They say a positivity in your ambitions. Thank you. If you can find even one thing to be grateful for, it will restore you to the light. May I offer all my deepest longings to love itself and invite a divine plan beyond the mind's imagination. Please use me for the highest good. Please, dear God, let me always feel grateful for something, even in the tiniest things, even the hardest situation. I don't know why I keep getting a stutter or a hiccup in communication. It could be, I don't know if it's a hesitation in how the Most High God is using you, what they are saying to you, or what they will say through you. But it's definitely given a thing. I see self-sufficiency. Somebody could be striving for self-sufficiency. It could be how you're speaking, that's a thing. It could be having a challenge or working through the ability to speak with positivity. We see solitude. If you are in solitude, then use this time wisely to work on yourself, to heal, to expand. I'm saying expand your consciousness. The law of tithing, yeah, to break through creative blocks. It's like to release it because they definitely put this in reverse. Flow around the blockages. If you are an artist of any kind, right? Any type of expression, you can offer all of the work to the divine. Somebody doesn't offer it to the divine. They think it's theirs. It's yours, 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 and it's not. Making it God's alone. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need it. All who need it. It's a lot of people who think that their idea came from, even if they recognize it came from the Most High God, the language is my. My this, my that, my this, my that, when it doesn't belong to you. None of it does. The wins don't, the ideas don't, the product doesn't, the work doesn't, the losses don't. None of it. You learn from all of it, and the Most High God will use every bit of it. It could use all things, but it doesn't belong to us. We are conduits, we are vessels. Feelings, yeah, and despair. What happens when, it's not up, it's not up, it's not up? You end up feeling a sense of despair, right? If your self-worth is tied to your accolades, and then this is definitely something for somebody, like, because his throat chakra is very, very, I see the word affected, so somebody's throat chakra could be affected. But I'll cut it off. Oh, somebody don't want you to say shit. That's okay. We're gonna keep on saying it, right? But it's given, if your self worth is tied and connected to your achievements, something outside of self, right? Then when those things fall away, you can fall into despair, Ashe. You feel great because you are, a high earner, high achiever. You may have a lot of speaking gigs, a lot of engagement. Your channel, your platform is getting a lot of traction. What happens when that shit shrinks or it falls away? When the position is stripped away, when your accolades and your titles are stripped away, when you are stripped down back to just the authentic, just you, just yourself, period. Like, in your nakedness, are you still worthy? Or is your worthiness dependent on everything that you can acquire? Does those acquisitions and achievements validate you? Or are you valid just for simply being you? Emotions want to be felt. You really can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. Allow me, dear divine, to offer emotions to you, feeling them fully so that they no longer hold me captive, freeing you. If you feel a sense of despair and you are denying your emotion, you refuse to feel it. We were talking about that emotional intelligence, the ability to process deep emotions. Right? A lot of times it comes out as anger and frustration, a lack of patience, because you are really feeling something else that you did not process. It's more along of the, could be the feelings of I'm getting hurt from abandonment. It could be the fact that you were never validated, that you felt discarded. It could be feeling invisible, like you were not important, that people did not honor you, they did not care for you, they did not secure you. It's giving all of these emotions, the deep sadness that is there, that expresses itself as anger and frustration and a lack of patience. It's really deep despair. And until you process it, then it will continue to arise and affect every relationship. That's for somebody. That's what we were getting. We see from despair to contentment. Somebody may need therapy, and I feel like a lot of people do. It's not bad to go get therapy, to get help so that you can get back to being your real you, your true self. People rely on their relationships to be therapeutic, and your partner is not necessarily trained for that. Even if they're your partner and they happen to be a therapist, they may be too close to give you that type of unbiased advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I care about you and I love you, then I may be apprehensive about saying the things to you that need to be said on in the way that they need to be said. They need to come from an objective, un unbiased, objective, and uninterested party. They need to come from somewhere that has the training to help people navigate through those emotions, to define them, to take them back through that track so that they can go back and heal that. That doesn't come from your partner. That doesn't come from your girlfriend. It doesn't come from your husband. Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's a difference between love and, I mean, there's different types of love, right? There's, first of all, we are all love in every variety. Lights on voluntary escape. We always will remind you of that, state that to you, affirm it to you. But there's love between friends. There's love between, that's platonic. That's love between families and siblings and cousins and mothers and fathers. And all that love can be complicated. It's definitely, a thing with romantic love. When you are romantically in love with somebody or experiencing romantic love, then you could definitely not want to say certain things because you don't want to hurt that person's feelings. A lot of it is because I don't want to hurt you. But I need to tell you the truth. And you need to go see somebody for that. I'm not the person for that. A lot of people, what do we hear in relationships? I need you to be my peace. No, no. You cannot be another person's peace. The statement itself says that you are not peaceful within yourself and you need to go get help with that so that you can bring yourself into a peaceful state. Now, I can observe your life and see if you are a peaceful person, and then we can experience and magnify peace between us. We can share it. Again, collaborative energy. But if I'm at peace and you bring your rage into my life, then you will disturb my peace, and peace is going to show up be disturbed, we. That's the way it goes. You have to be at peace in yourself, and they are at peace, and then like attracts like. If you are attracting people who got emotional, mental disturbances, it's because you need to see what's going on within you. It's reflecting something back to you. That challenge brought you an opportunity. Can you accept it? Can you accept the gift of seeing self? The life mirror. You're so welcome, Mary. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's a lot of couples that are experiencing romantic love that go to therapy. They want to understand how to work with a person, especially when you're moving in together or thinking about getting married. It's a lot of things that don't get talked about that a lot of people don't have the guts to express. Like, do you feel like we should have a prenup or not? What's gonna happen if this shit don't work out? Because the person that you date, the person that you get engaged to, the person that you marry, and the person that you divorce are four different people. They are not the same. They're not. They're not. How are we going to manage the household? Do you feel like that everything is supposed to be on me and I'm the woman, so I take on all of these things? You know, what's going to happen with parenting, with children? How do you view parenting? Are you an active participant parent, or do you think because you're a father you get to babysit your kids? That's a whole different thing. You can end up being a single parent in a whole marriage because they feel like the rearing of the children is your responsibility. So, absolutely, people that are experiencing romantic love can and should go to therapy. Could help them talk about things that are very important to establishing a long lasting relationship. I feel like this deck is done. Yes. Thank you, beloved. My body, clarity, and love and direction. Those are the last ones that we saw. If you have any issues with your body image, get over it. You're perfect. You're beautiful. Receiving and reframing. Inviting help. Easy to receive. Receive all things. If it's coming to you, it's coming to you for a reason. Can you see the reason? Can you see the reason? Everybody entitled to their own beliefs, right? How you believe what you think is great for you, and it is not our position to try and to change anybody. But we were just talking about companionship and the dynamics of it. You never know why a relationship, a reflection has come to you. It was a gift to you for something to show you something about you. Every relationship is an assignment. Yeah, definitely coming to free you. There's that liberation to free you. Could be freeing you from the traps of your own mind, right? What did you need to learn through it? Do you want something in here? This one. To shift your reality. It came to free you, to help you. Luck is a mindset. It came to shift your reality. 73 is 10 and 2 is 12. That's hangman energy. It was coming to help you see something differently. It could be showing you your patterns. 12, right? That's 21. So that's the reverse. But they both break down to 3. Can you see it? 5 and 3 is 8. It was a gift from the infinite. Looking at how you're extending your energy. What you put out comes back. Take back your control. Financial freedom. So again, if you went through that shit where somebody was selfish and they were just focused on your money and what you could give them, and they left you feeling left out, going through all this drama and this chaos and this hardship, you can grow that back. It's all about how you move through it. Which one? This one? Yeah. Effects. What you give is what you get. Karma. What you give is what you get. The law of cause and effect. And they said that. Justice, 6 of Pentacles. Whoever put you in hardship, in that despair ass energy, they won't let me say nothing. If you move in despair, then you will beget despair. If, bigotry begets bigotry. Prejudice can beget prejudice. But it can also inspire other people to change. Like, we cannot continue to perpetuate the same thing. You can be a cycle breaker. You can be a curse breaker. Shifting your reality. All you have sent into this world has been collected and multiplied, and it is ready to be sent back to you. Take a moment. I don't know why we have this. I'm hearing the moment you stop giving into the bullshit, you started to manifest the real shit. The moment you stop giving into the bullshit, you started to manifest the real shit. Take a moment to reflect. What realizations have you had in recent interactions with people and places? Again, interactions with people. Journal about those lessons you learned and how you plan to use it to grow. You can grow that back. If you feel like you lost, you didn't. Accept that. If for exactly what it was, you take the lesson and you could grow that back. Wow, yes, Isaiah. The fact, Isaiah says, the fact being that they are breathing and alive every minute and they still value their life and daily living is being enough for themselves, getting to truly choose themselves, right? I'm glad you enjoyed the content and that you feel free to enjoy love and have happiness. The law of correspondence is here. See life as the ultimate mirror, guiding you to the highest version of yourself. See life as the ultimate mirror, which is guiding you towards your higher self. Your highest self. I heard higher because you're moving to higher ground. It's a journey, right? And see the law of allowing, to allow. Stop trying to fix, change, or control anything or anyone. You can't fix people. You can't control people, right? And you cannot change people. It is a personal journey. They must do it themselves. And even when you try to control the universe by accepting, choosing what to accept and what not to accept, right? If something is happening in your reality and you must face it and you must deal with it, sitting in the mindset of I do not believe it, I do not accept it, does not make the problem go away. That means you sit in resistance. You are sitting in resistance. And that resistance, it ceases your ability to flow. It creates blockages because you're not flowing. But when you are able to flow around the obstacles and accept what it is, that's even on to, like some of the most tragic things. It doesn't matter. We still have to accept it as reality. You cannot change it. And you refusing to accept it doesn't change anything, beloved. It is what it is. The law of perfect health. Listen to the divine guidance within your body. Listen, Linda. Listen. Listen to your body. When your intuition is telling you something, then listen, go with it. You don't always have to know exactly why it's saying it. It's just saying go with it, to trust it, accept it. Accept it. Let go, release, and allow miracles. The law of non attachment, the law of allowing. Let go and release. Let go and release. Let go and release. Stop trying to fix, control, or change. The law of allowing. Let go, release, and allow. The law of non attachment. That is the key. That's the key. Anything else? Nope. Anything else for the read? Thank y'all so much for tapping in. I appreciate y'all. I do. It's 309. That's the number 12. Breaking down to the number 3. Seeing things differently. Seeing things differently. Hey, Decay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for tapping in. We just wrapping it, but feel free to hit the replay, beloved. The law of vibration. Practice the art of not knowing. See, you don't always have to know. But it says to start flowing, to go with the flow. The law of vibration. And we're back to the butterflies. You've gone through the change. You've gone through the transformation. You understand what these wings are, this apparatus. And you are learning to take flight. Not where are you going. You get to explore. But to explore and to take flight means to let go. You don't know exactly where you're going, but you have the ability to go. Are you going to ground yourself and just stay grounded? Or can you be grounded in the air, rooted, secure in self, and go wherever the wind is taking you, wherever your soul says go? Flower to flower to flower, just experiencing life, the newness. Travel is what they said. Practice the art of not knowing and start flowing. Wow. You never know. It could be with work, yo. And here's the chariot that says travel. You can go. Boom! Tell me these cards don't speak. Yes, they do. Alpha, Omega. Let these cards speak. And I hope they spoke to you. They did. I hope they did. I love y'all so much. Like I love me, because that's my capacity. But it's growing and expanding on a daily. Growing in more patience. Seeing where that temperature is, that barometer. Reality check. Patience check. All of that compassion level check. All of it is given. Right? So dig in a little bit. Grow a little bit more. 1%. Oh, I don't know. Because they did too. So maybe today we did 2%. Or maybe we dig in a little bit more than a 1%. I do feel the number 11. It's something about the parameter. It was given here. Goal. Score. I heard it. It was giving football. You know, like this right. Goal post. What's the goal? 1% a day. I love y'all like the O and A. The towel. The OA. The beginning, the ending that called us all to be, the infinite intelligence breathing. Because the word lives. You are a unique expression of the Most High God. It spoke you. You are a word. It spoke into. The word is written in you. And when you are breathing, that word is living. How do you know this to be true? From a principle base, because the words that you speak, they manifest and they return onto you. For life and death lives in here, boys. Throat chakra. What you communicate. What you think and what you say manifests. Because thoughts becomes things. To the next now. Listen, Ashe, drink your water too. Hydrate. Call us fat. Whatever.